company manager is sitting in her chair and deliberately pouring water onto the floor while saying to the poor janitor girl who is cleaning below her, "Hey, hurry up and finish this work for me. I'm telling you, if this job isn't completed today, you are not allowed to leave work." Just then, the company owner walks in with his secretary and sees everything. Then the owner says to the manager, "Hey, what are you doing?" The manager quickly stands up and says to the owner, "Oh boss, when did you get here? I was just teaching this janitor girl how to do her job." Then the owner says to her, "Is that really how you teach someone to do their job?" Then he says to the girl, "Young lady, that's enough. Stop working and stand up." Then the girl stands up. The owner takes the file from his secretary, looks at it, and says, "I want to ask you both something. Are both of your names Alex?" The girl is about to answer, but the manager interrupts her and says to the owner, "Yes, boss, my name is Alex." Then the owner looks at the file and says, "From London, United Kingdom, graduated from the design department at Queen Mary University. Is that you?" Then the manager says, "Yes, boss, that's me." Then the owner says to her, "So it's you? But looking at you, it doesn't seem that way." Then she lies to the owner and says, "Boss, you're too funny. I just look a little older than my age, but I really am Alex." Then the owner asks the janitor girl, "Young lady, is your name also Alex? Are you also from London, United Kingdom? And did you graduate from the design department at Queen Mary University?" She replies, "Yes, boss, that's me." Then the owner says to them, "The same hometown, the same name, the same age, the same university, and even working at the same company? What an unbelievable coincidence." Then the manager says to the owner, "Oh, boss, our company is a publicly listed company with thousands of employees. If two people happen to have the same name, what's so surprising about that? And boss, the factory manager of this company is my cousin. This filthy janitor is also claiming that her name is Alex. She's not worthy of that." Then the owner says to her, "Oh, so you work in the office?" Then the owner says to his secretary, "Go and bring the factory manager to my office." She replies, "Okay." Then she leaves. Then the owner says to both of them, "You two come to my office with me." After the owner leaves, the manager says to the poor girl, "Listen carefully. When we get to the office, I'll tell you what you should say and what you should not say. If you don't do exactly as I say, I'll have you fired within 1 minute." Then both of them leave as well. After they arrive at the office, the owner says, "Come on, both of you, come inside." After entering, the manager says to the owner, "Boss, why did you call us into your office?" Then the owner says, "Recently, our company's design department submitted a product proposal, and it was outstanding. I decided to reward the person who created that proposal with a bonus of $200,000. The name written on the proposal is Alex, but I don't know which one of you deserves the reward." Then the manager says to the owner, "Boss, that reward definitely belongs to me. I create every major and minor project for this company." Then the owner says, "How can you be so sure?" Then he says to the poor girl, "Young lady, is there anything you would like to say?" The girl starts to speak, but the manager interrupts her again and says to the owner, "Boss, boss." Then the owner says, "You be quiet." Then he says to the girl, "Young lady, this is my office. Whatever you want to say it without fear. After all, I am the owner of this company." Then the girl says to the owner, "Boss, the truth is, I created many project proposals for this supervisor." Then the manager says to her, "Stop talking nonsense." Then she says to the owner, "Boss, don't believe a single word she says. Every major project and every proposal in this company was created by me. I'm the supervisor." Then the owner says to the janitor girl, "Young lady, I believe you are the one who created this proposal. The $200,000 reward belongs to you, and starting today, you will no longer wear the janitor's uniform. From now on, you will serve as the sales supervisor of our company." Then she says to the owner, "Thank you, boss." Just then, the manager's cousin arrives and says to the owner, "Boss, why did you call me here so urgently?" Then he looks at the girl and says, "Move aside." Then the owner says to him, "Manager, this is my office and I'm standing right here. Is this how you normally treat your employees?" Then he says to the owner, No, boss." Then his cousin says to him, "Cousin, you don't understand. The boss wants to put this filthy janitor in my position. If she becomes the supervisor, then what am I supposed to do?" Then he says to the owner, "Boss, don't you think this is going too far? After all, she's my cousin." Then the owner says to him, "Then tell me, what exactly has your cousin done? Tell me, what is your cousin's real name?" Then he says to the owner, "Well, her name is Alex." Then the owner angrily says to him, "Manager, you've told so many lies that I have to ask whether you even believe them yourself. Who gave you the nerve to let your incompetent cousin use someone else's name and steal someone else's hard work? What exactly were you trying to accomplish?" Then he says to the owner, "Boss, please forgive me. I made a mistake." Then the owner angrily says, "Enough. Stop talking nonsense. Your cousin is fired and you're fired too. Pack up your belongings and leave this company immediately." Then he says to the owner, "Boss, you fired someone in a senior management position like me for the sake of a girl from the countryside?" Then the owner says to him, "Yes, I fired both of you arrogant supervisors for the sake of this girl from the countryside."